So timer or counter. Okay. The topic is timer or counter. So in this, we are going to discuss first thing, that is timer or counter registers. Okay, what are all registers which is used in the timer or counter? There are some specific registers used for timer. Okay, what is timer? Okay, so timer is used to generate a time delay. That is, it will provide some delay. So we have to code a program by using this timer so that you can obtain exact delay, that is either 1 second, 2 seconds, 10 seconds, or some milliseconds. You can obtain exactly. So before that, so if you see in previous program, in general program, we have used some for loop. Okay. So these for loops are the unknown, what we say as unknown delay. We don't know exactly what is the timing. This is what we say as a unknown delay. Okay. So now we are going to use timer to obtain exact delay. Okay. So I want one second delay. So how I want to program? Okay. So you and the example, the traffic light control. So every 30 seconds, that is each and every seconds I have to update, that is 30, 29. So that it should count down. So exactly 1 second, my timer should run and it has to change another value. So for that, the exact 1 second delay or some milliseconds, whatever may be. So for that delay purpose, we are using timer. So this is the main point. Another point, so same, we have another, the counter, the same register which will be used as a counter. What is this counter? I want to check out what is my frequency, which is, for example, I have my 8051 controller. I provide unknown frequency to my controller. I don't know what is my frequency. So I'm providing to some other pin, so or any one of the pin of 8051. I can easily find out what is my frequency by counting this clock pulse. So this is what we say as a counter, event counter, to count events happening outside the controller. That is, this is external. So this frequency we are taking into 8051 and we are finding out. Okay, that is what event counter. Okay, not only that, so you can have even anything like if I get some pulse, the event is I want to do some other thing. So those points will suitable for this counter. Okay. So mainly we use timer for delay purpose, that you should know. Okay. So in 8051, we have two timers. What are all they? They are timer 0 and timer 1. Okay. Timer 0 and timer 1. So these two timers are 16-bit timer wide. These two timers are 16-bit wide. That is, these two timers registers are 16-bit wide. So in general, they are splitting into two. They named as timer 0 lower byte, timer 0 higher byte. So separately they have segregated, and this can be used as generally how we have used move TL0 comma some data. So this data will be moved to TL0. So this can be easily accessed. Okay, like some other registers. Okay, how we are using an instruction. So move a comma asterisk hash data, whatever the data. So similar way, you can use instead of a, you can use TL0 or TLH. You can use this, or you can use this, anything you can do. Okay, generally we can access. Right. The first point is 8051 has a two timer. Okay, these two timers are timer 0 and timer 1. So timer 0 register, we have 16-bit wide. Timer 1 has 16-bit wide. So both are 16-bit value. Okay. So important. This is the first point you must know before writing a program. Okay. The second thing, the another timer register is TMOD. TMOD is nothing but timer mod register. Okay. Timer mod register. This is 8-bit register. This is 8-bit register. That is lower 4 bits for timer 0 and upper bits for timer 1. So let us look into that. This is your TMOD. Okay, this is your TMOD register. So this is your TMOD register. Okay, TMOD register. So it has 8-bit. It has 8-bit. The 4 bits, what we called as gate, timer or counter, mod. Okay, mod. So same thing will be resemble for timer 1 also. Same bits, but it is higher bit. Okay. So in my program, you can use either for delay purpose, you can use either timer 0 or timer 1. Okay. You can use either any one. No problem. Okay. So you can use any one. If you use timer 0, then you should enable certain bits here so that your timer will be under certain modes for if you change some value here, and your timer will be either timer or counter option. It is the gate. That is gate means that is your timer is going to run by software or hardware. Okay. What is software? What is hardware? Software in the sense, see, if the gate bit is 0, that you are going to run the timer by using software. See, when it is clear, the timer is enabled whenever the TR X stands for 0 or 1. Okay. If you are using timer 0, then it is time TR 0 bit. If it is set, the timer will be start to run. Timer is ready to run. Okay. As per my program, timer will start from 0, 0 to the final value, whatever may be. That is for 1 second delay. So it will start that. Delay will be started. Okay. So under such condition, there won't be any operation. Right. So gate is for, so always we use 0 for software run. For example, this timer has to be run by, or it should be controlled by some external device. That is, this timer has to count 1, 2, 3 like that. It is controlled by external device, then this has to be set to 1. Okay, that is here. Through this particular pin, you can control the timer. Okay, that is external device would be controlling the timer. Okay, most widely we use 0 since we'll be running internal software timer. Okay, right. Okay, now I have discussed gate. Now this is timer or 0, the timer or counter, which you are going to use. You want delay or you want to count some external thing. Okay, that is your option. For example, I want delay. I want to generate delay. Then I will be setting 0. See, clear for timer operation. So clear means 0. Okay, keep in mind clear is 0. Okay, now coming to the mode M0, M1. If it is 2 bits or 0, then your timer 0 is in mode 0. If it is 0, 1, it is mod 1. If it is 1, 0, it is mod 2, 1, 1, mod 3. Okay, let us discuss what is this mod 0. Mod 0 is, so already I told you, timer 0 and timer 1 register are 16-bit. Okay. In that 16-bit, we will be using only 13-bit timer mode. That is, we will be out of 16-bit, we will be using 13-bit. That is the 8-bit in TH and 5 bits in L, that is TL. TL means X stands for 0 or 1. If you are using 0, then it is 0. Okay. Either timer 0 lower, higher. Okay. In lower, we'll be using only 5 bits. In higher, we'll be using 10 bits. That is, it will consider the values in this and this particular bits. Okay. I'll tell you that also. The next is 16-bit timer mode. That is the timer 0 and timer 1 register. We have segregated like this, right? So entire 16-bit will be used. That is two timer timer 0 or timer 1. The complete 16-bit register will be utilized for delay generation. Okay. So in this mode. So in this mode, only 8-bit, that is the data will be stored, that is we'll be using this register. We'll be putting a 8-bit data here and we will start to run. Okay. So this will be, this value will be reloaded to THX. So whatever the data in this one, it will start to run. That we will, with the diagram, I will explain everything. Okay. This is another split timer mode. Okay. So as of now, you must understand that the timer mode register is 8-bit register. The lower for timer 0, higher for timer 1. The bits are gate, timer or counter, mod bits. This you should know. So what is mod? Mod 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 is 13-bit timer. 1 is 16-bit timer. 2 is 8-bit auto reload timer. 3 is split timer mode. So this you should understand. And one more is, this particular register is byte addressable. What is byte addressable? You cannot set bit this particular, for example, T mod 0.7. No, it is not possible. Okay. This is what bit addressable, but this register is byte addressable, means you have to use move instruction, that is move T mod, comma, what is the value you should load here. If you are using timer 0, then you can replace this higher nibble as 0 and you can select certain bits here. So that based on that bit, you can place it here in hexa form. Okay, 1 or 2 or whatever maybe. Okay. So in this way only we should access. This is byte addressable. This instruction is byte. You are transferring a byte of data. Okay, this is what the byte address. Okay. So as of now, you must understand this. Next thing, we have the main important is, in order to run the timer, we have another register, TCON register, that is timer control register. So it is a one more 8-bit register, and this particular register is bit addressable. Okay, what is bit addressable? So just now I told, so set bit, okay, TR0, okay, which means that you are setting this particular bit as 1. That is individual bits you can control. That is what the bit addressable. Either you can set bit or you can clear. You can clear this particular TR0 bit. Okay. So you can do this. Okay. Okay. What is, see here we have this 4 bits for interrupt. Okay. This now we are not going to discuss now. We are going to discuss for timer. These 4 bits are very important. What is this 4 bits? So these 2 bits are more specific for timer 0. These bits are more specific for timer 1. For obtaining a delay, you can use either timer 1 or timer 0. Any one you can use. If you use timer 0, approximately these bits you should use. Okay. Now I'll tell you what is these 2 bits. In order to run, you have to start your timer. This particular bit has to set to 1. What is that bit? this particular bit you should set to 1. That is set bit TR0. For example, in assembly, timer 0 run bit. Okay. Set to 1 by program. We have to program such a way. We have to set this particular bit. That is nothing but in C program, you can simply use TR0 equal to 1. Fine. It's over. Now the timer will start to run. It will start to run. That particular timer will be on. Okay. Once it is on, the timer will start to run. When it will stop, in the sense, we have timer 0 register. Timer 0 register. So you will be having some data here. Here there will be some data. So this is the very important data. First register we have seen. So whatever the data here, this will be incremented till FF. Till FF, FF, FF. Okay, for mod 1 I'm telling. Once it is reached here, once again it will get back to 0, which means that it is overflow. Okay. So now here, if it is the overflow, then automatically TF flag will be set. If you're using timer 0, then TF flag will be set to 1 automatically. Automatically, it will be set by the controller. Okay. This is control. This you can clear by manually, but the operation is once you start running the timer, whatever the data in the register, timer register will start to increment till the last value. Where is your delay now? Your delay is, this is your delay period. This is your delay period. So what is the value you put here? If you put some maximum value, delay will be very less. If you put very low value, delay will be maximum. That we should calculate what is the exact, depending on this value, we will be calculating the delay. How many seconds? How many seconds we obtained? Okay. How many seconds we obtained is based on this value. Where is this value? This value we will be placing in this register. This is the main important register we will be placing here. Okay. So based on this data, the value will be increased. That is, after turning on the timer, the data will be increased to the maximum value. So that will tell you the exact delay. So we have certain calculation. So to find out the exact delay, we have formula that we will discuss. Okay. So as of now, you understand that. So we have two registers, timer 0 and timer 1 registers. You can use any one of the timer, that is either 0 or 1 for delay purpose. If you use timer 0, this register you must use. Okay. And these bits you should use. The rest everything you should set as 0. And you should use these 2 bits if it is a timer 0. Otherwise, if it is timer 1, these 2 bits you should use to control the timer. Okay. This is the very important what I would like to explain you. See, this flag is nothing but timer 0 overflow flag. When timer rolls out from all 1s to 0, that is all FF, that is FF to 0, 0. Maximum value, once it is reached, once again it will come back to 0 value. So at that condition, there will be overflow. So that time timer will be flag. This flag will be set. This is a flag bit. Okay. This is a flag bit. Okay. So as of now, you must understand these 3 registers. That is timer register, timer 0 and 1, timer mod register, timer control registers. You must know all these bits and its name. Okay. Very important. Only then you can write a program. Okay. So now we will discuss, so same topic, the next section, the timer counter modes of operation. What is the modes of operation? Already we have seen mode 1, mode 0, 1, 2, and 3. So this we are going to see which is the most widely used timer is the mode 1 and mode 2. So these are all most widely used and very easy to understand. So let us discuss mode 1 and mode 2. Okay, before that, so I would like to know that whether you can able to program this T mod, right? So for example, I'm moving 0, 1 to T mod. Okay, I want to know what is the exact operation after moving 0, 1. See, for example, T mod is a 8-bit register. I'm moving 0, 1 here. So the 4-bit is specially for timer 1, first 4-bit, and another, the next, that is lower 4-bit for timer 0. Okay. So here in this, we can understand that I'm using, so you can use any timer, but you must be more specific which one you are going to use. Okay, right. So as of here, I can say that my timer 0, that is this portion. So this portion is timer 0 acting in mode 1. How you are saying mode 1? So what is the, we have gate bit, timer or counter, more M1, M0. We have 4 bits for timer 0, more specifically. So I have mentioned it is 0, 0, 1. Okay. What is this? What is this? Which tells you it is the mode 1. It is the mode 1. If it is 0, 0, it is mode 0. So that's why from here you can program now. You can easily program. So which timer I'm going to use, which mode I can set. So as of now, you can by using this particular mod register, you can say that whether you are using which, for example, here we will take your timer 0, mod 1. What is this particular bit which tell you it is timer or 0 in the sense, it's a timer or counter, it is a timer. Since I have placed 0, so I'm going to use it as timer. Okay. So here it is another 0. I'm going to run this timer in software mode. No external hardware is going to control your timer. Okay. This you must know. Okay. So here we will take, so here we are using timer 1, mod 2. So you can check out. Okay. So here there is another, even this one will be timer 0 and mod 0, but in our program we will be using that TR1, that is we will be running only timer 1, which indicates that we are going to use timer 1. Okay. So as of now, you have to, which you are going to use, that you should control. Okay, that you must know. Okay, before getting into timer program, so what is the frequency which is giving input, that is for counting, we have certain frequency. What is that frequency? So this is the crystal frequency which we are giving input to the 8051. Okay, this is the complete 8051, external to the 8051. Okay, what is the crystal oscillator frequency is 11.0592. Okay, this is frequency, external frequency. So this frequency will be divided by 12. This frequency will be divided by 12. Then the frequency is 1 to 1.6 megahertz is a frequency which you provide to the timer. This is very important. Okay, just as of now, you understand, to the timer block inside the 8051, we are giving the frequency is 9 to 1.6 megahertz. Okay, so then if you take time period, so it will be 1.085 microseconds. Why we are finding is for calculating exact time delay, this value is required. Okay, that's why I'm just discussing. Okay, so now the timer is getting the input frequency is this, The time period is this. You must know this. Okay. Now, before developing a program, so this is the block diagram for timer. That is any timer, that is timer 0 or 1, which is operating in mod 1. Okay, mod 1. Either it can be timer 1 or 0, whatever may be. So that can be act in any of the modes, mod 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 1, 2, 3. So let us assume, very widely used mod 1 we will take. So in mod 1, it is 16-bit timer. If you want, you can get back to the tmod register and you can see the mod 1 is 16-bit timer. That's why we are using the 2 registers completely. It will be, the lowest value will be 0, 0 and highest value will be FF. Okay. So here I told you the frequency will be 921 something megahertz, which is the frequency which we are giving input to the timer. Okay, that you should know. Okay, fine. So now this is the main register, timer register, which it is going to increment till FF. What is the initial value you place it? From that point, it will reach to maximum value FF, FF, FF. Okay. This is my first step I should do for writing a program. This is my first step. The second step, that is, you want to run the program. The second step, you want to run the program. So this is my second step. This is my second step. The third step, you want to check out, that is, once you place the value here, it will start to, once you turn on this second step, it will start to run now. So until the flag is, until there is an overflow. Overflow is the maximum value to 0. It will reach. Under such condition, timer flag will set to 1 automatically. Which timer you are going to use? If it is a 0, in all place you should use 0. In all place you should use 0. Okay, this you should know. Okay, this is your third step. Okay. Once it is reached, okay, you can stop your program now. You can stop your, once again, second step will be, this particular bit will be setting to 0. This TR0, once again, we are setting to 0 so that it will be stopped. This will be point number here. Yes, here. Correct. So this is the exact operation. Okay, that is, first step is you are loading the value here. When you are set this particular bit, timer will start to run. That is, here there will be a clock. This clock will automatically increment this register. It will be incremented till maximum value. When it reaches maximum value, there will be overflow. That is, another increment will be there. That value will be all FF to 0, 0. All FF to 0, 0 H. If it is, that is the case, there will be overflow. If there is a overflow, the overflow flag will set to 1. If it is 1, so this is the time period. Okay, now it is stopped. So this is your delay. This is your delay. Once it is 1, you can stop the timer. Step 4. This you should know before programming a timer program. Okay. The first thing, this is first point, you must load the value. Second thing, you must start the timer. Third thing, check the value whether there is an overflow. That is, you have reached the maximum value. This is your third. Okay. If it is if you reach that, so you can stop. You can stop the program. How you can stop? By clearing this particular bit. That's it. Okay. This you should know. Okay.